Greetings, I'm joining tonight's broadcast. We're back. It's raining. I guess Texas is under state of emergency because of the weather. So, sending energies. Yeah, but, everybody moved from California to Texas, and now, yeah. So, tonight is Pentagon UFO disclosure. So Harvard's been bringing up about talking about UFOs now. It's a Harvard professor or something like that. So, all right, tap into a little bit more of the Pentagon energies, and then Department of Energy, and the State Department. Because if you're going to go down, you might as well go down fighting. So, um, obviously, I can probably go deeper in another way, or there's only so much you can do on a public platform. But around Pentagon, I did feel, I don't know, obviously can't prove a lot of this stuff, but I do feel like there's an alien presence there, like humanoid, Palladian, underground, who looks human, maybe not completely human, but human enough. Pale skin, almost like an albino, similar to like your Men in Black. They've been visualized also. So tall and bald. At least that's energy I see. I see that image of that. So it might happen to that, possibly. So Department of Energy is connected to our nuclear connections and also the Navy. I believe it's connected to the Navy. I can't remember everything. I believe it's connected. Yeah, it's connected to the Defense Department. So yeah, it's close enough. And then Department of uh, State Department. Actually, that's. Oh, I wrote that wrong. Oh well, State Department. I think it's the same thing. Department of the State Department. That's where sightings of the Men in Black have been. So, and when I read that, I can feel their energy there. So it's about foreign affairs. So, yeah, it's mostly called the State Department. I have to look that up. I'm not going to do that here. But anyway, we're going to connect to of the unknown, the bizarre, and this is not for everybody, of course. So. Yeah, we're just gonna go and whatever the hell. Basically, it's kind of like remote viewing, you can say. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna go back into the Pentagon again, see what the hell. Right, I have nothing to lose. Yeah, I was starting to comment prep sessions. Yeah, the shop here. I'm on. I don't remember the 4th. Catching up on the 4th of February. Same situation here. Webinar sign up, social network, Rabbit, and behind the scenes. Yeah, see how this goes. Little by little, yeah. Anyway, I'll probably dive more into this privately and make it public somehow. So, okay, UFO. Oh, sorry. Pentagon Energies. Jeez. Yeah. Okay. All right, just tap back into their vibrations. Oh yeah, last time I tapped into this thing was it Saturday night? Saturday night. I felt something show up here. Yeah, just for I think it was just listening, but that was in front. And now my ear is a little bit ringing a little bit. So yeah. Okay, Pentagon and Department of Energy and so on. Okay. Jeez. I got buses. Yeah. Greetings for Pentagon consciousness is basically what your elites can get away with, or they're seeing what they can get away with. Alien vibrations. Now, for UFO disclosure, you can say there's no obligation to disclose it, but part of them wants to put it out there in case they want to use it as an agenda to control humanity and how it thinks. So, yes, they can weaponize the alien agenda also, as they already have done in spiritual communities already of control. Basically, anywhere where you feel a spiritual group with control, like you have to think a certain way. That's giving you an idea who's there. The idea is to, yes, keep your mind open, but obviously some beings aren't there for that. Yeah, they want to control the narrative. So they want to control, just like religion controls spirituality, control the narrative of it. And that's already been in place. Not with all groups, of course, but there are several out there. Well, it's for the people that feel comfortable with their surroundings, similar to your church. It's very similar. So, especially many are afraid of the future, afraid of being pulled back, being left behind. That's a spiritual manipulation. Yes, there is a lot of course, there's a lot of Masonic energies there. It is the Masonic energies. The Masons are the Pentagon. Not seen, of course, but their presence is known, of course. That is their church. Well, control is their church. It is a ritual of, now the Masons have been taken over. It wasn't just the Masons are not, as a whole, are positive overall. But of course, the elites need some type of group to keep themselves hidden. And that is one of their hiding places. They have to find somewhere to do it. For initiation, to bring in new people. It's another form of control. They already do it through religions already, but Masonic is the strongest vibration, at least from what they feel. It's a boys' club. And you can see that in Skull and Bones and other places, of course. Yes, and they have this a viciousness about them. But as you tap more into your spiritual vibrations, the energy healing, not an attack, obviously most will not do that. That's what that's the idea, is to heal these blockages, heal the Pentagon, heal these war machines on an energy level. And to set them free. And that's when your elite will show more of themselves eventually. They're pretty complacent. Obviously, they're listening, especially when you're on their turf. They don't want anyone to bypass them. They want to feel control completely, even if they're out of control. They're similar to humanity in a lot of ways, too, because they don't know what the future holds either. They have an idea. They can plan it. But they don't know. They can set timelines themselves. They set the agendas. But it's never. That's why they have certain individuals that they bring in. Such entrepreneurs that are health, all of a sudden, health experts. We're going to put that hint out there. Or one that's not a health expert but claims to be one. Yeah, they send out their people to... So someone like that is very connected to the elite, like a puppet, basically. Very much so. And how is a soul like that to operate? Like, how long can a soul operate as a puppet? Not very long, actually. I mean, if it feels like it's doing the right thing, it's going to live even, it feels like it's going to get gifts after this life. But in truth, that's not the case. But right now, it doesn't see that. And usually if it's a villain been on this world in your reality, they've been a villain somewhere else also. Like I've seen them somewhere else. As a robot, as a different entity. It's like, well, I've seen this person before. Most likely you have. They move, not all are doing this, but some do. They move world to world until somebody stops them or catches them. So basically, yes, the idea is not to fall into the traps of fear. Pentagon vibrations, yes, there's a male energy. There's a female vibration there. It's mostly a male, basically block. So why is there a male energy? Why do they use male energies mostly? Is to cause a blockage. Uh, that's why you have a psychic block. You can't connect to certain energies. Yeah, because they lower their vibrations through alcohol, drugs, whatever it might be. That's part of the block. A female can do it too, but a male is easier because a female can sometimes get powerful and it's like, I want you to see what I'm doing. But male energy is like a wall, as some of you know. You just feel a blockage there. But females are not always the case. But in this case, the male is being used. That's why there's so much male energy in a Pentagon type of place, a lot of this government place, mostly a male vibration. Just think of it as a wall. So it makes sense, doesn't it? Well, because a female will be more open, more free, depending, not always, but usually, rebellious. The male can do that too, but in a government situation, it's more mind control. Depending on the male. Male can be lowered, heightened, but usually it can be easily lowered. They have their vices that can be easily served. Let's put it that way. Through sexual energies, through food and vices, things like that. So, and they're not even realizing they're doing that. They're not even realizing, they call it normal. Normal is a wall, is a blockage. So as you heal that blockage, yeah, you see your aliens a lot more clearly. The idea is a lot more psychic energy to come through, so you can see through all of this. The mirage called reality. It is a play for the third dimension, as long as they're going to take it. And it's a movie. You'll see more of that unwind, clear out. Because it's not as strong as it used to be. It's going to continue to get weaker and weaker. It's already being seen in your presidential situation as a weak person there, calling him president at this time. It's a weak energy. It's not very strong, as you can see. So it shows that government itself is weakening. So I mean, the veil is opening up little by little. The darkness. So we say expect scandals more. There's always been scandals, but let's put it this, we don't have a timeline for this, but as the third dimension begins to heal, scandal after scandal after scandal start to break through. It's necessary for now. How many at once is only so much humanity can heal, or handle, or heal. But yes, there's a lot of wounds there. So think of like, we don't have a timeline, but think of like 100 years of scandals. 100 years of just unlocking all of this prison energy. It's like, it's easy to build the prison, but to take it down takes a while. So I'm not saying it's going to take that long, but we'll let you decide on that. So yes, the idea is protect your vibrations, and yes, you don't want to dive too deeply into that energy field, because you don't want it to suck your own energy and bring you to darkness, as it can do so. But if you're well protected, know what you're doing, you should be fine overall. Masonic energies, yes, it's a ritual. They do rituals there all the time. Of course it is. Why would they have a Masonic temples there to begin with? It says for religious purpose, and that's true, but also to keep the story going, what they created. Now realize those are at the top. It's not the whole group. It's just those that are controllers. Well, it's a ritual like anything else. You want to keep the vibration going. You want to keep the control going. When people stop going to that temple or temples, the vibration isn't strong. That everything starts to break down. So basically, just sending healing to these places. Basically, that's the easiest way to go about it. And tapping into the vibrations if you wish. It's up to you. Yes, there's a lot of these government buildings they shift dimensions, shift realities. Well, they create timelines. The Pentagon creates timelines. Every time they go to war, they create a timeline. So, all right, blessings to you. We are a Department of Energy. We are time. We are space. We are time travelers. Yes, we are manipulators of your reality. Yes, a department. Yes, your Jimmy Carter origins are there. So yes, he did exactly what he was there to do. Jimmy Carter did not have a lot of in his mission plan. Just Department of Energy is very connected to him. So he felt like a failed presidency, but I'll think again. They might say that to downplay what he has done, but in truth, he's done a great deal. Especially your progress and energy, like your power plants, has not been very good for obvious reasons to keep the energy of your Earth lowered. Even with your electric cars, it does shift the vibration. Obviously, it's not where I'd like to go, where it's more of a cleaner energy, but it is one direction to go. But it is, yes, not the full cleaning that you can have, but it's a step forward. It's, yes, it's not the full story, but a lot of your power plants, the old energies, yes, it's keeping the Earth as a third dimension. Now, Europe is changing, that's why their vibration has changed. Other places across the world have changed also. So, yeah, just the way you receive power is another way of keeping the third dimension the way it is. So, healing that vibration obviously is a little bit complicated. You can. It's a timeline that can be changed, but obviously not by your elite. So yes, they built the infrastructure of your modern reality to keep you in your modern cage, as you know. So you're here to heal that vibration, not to look at it as a cage, but there's always a way to break out. That's through, as more become remote viewers. Now, how you can do this is just allow your intuition to unlock itself, to set itself free, to not be afraid. These beings use fear on everything. Those that are fearful are there to shut you down. Yeah, they're sent there on purpose. So, yes, family members can be part of the elite also, like agents of the elite. Some of you have had some really dark connections with your family members, which shows that how powerful you are, because you're nothing like them, and you don't want to suppress anyone, you don't want to abuse anyone mentally or physically. If you have someone that's mentally and physically abusive, that shows that, yeah, the family member, yes and no. Is it a gatekeeper? It's a gatekeeper to shut you down. Yeah, it's quite sophisticated as you go more into your awakening state. So, wow, my family member is a reptilian or an archon group, and oh yes, geez. I mean, yes, you realize that, but you can go deeper with that. Like, wow, that's an agent to truly shut me down, isn't it? Yes. And it's not just one family member, it's several. It's like, so why did that happen? Because of who you are. It's like, you want to come into the world, you have to come into the world with their terms. They give you a bunch of different terms, and you choose stuff. It's like all these decisions are not very, all these options aren't very good. But one of them, you got to pick one if you want to assist with the earth in the way that you're going. Now, if you're going to be a programmed human and do as you're told, life should be good somewhere. But if you're here to change things, yes, you're going to be tested. Just the way it is. If you're going to break free, so the matrix, yes, is going to unravel itself even more. Unlock its, yes, you might see a human there, but it's more of like a gatekeeper. Reptilian, normally there's a lot of other energies in connection with that. It's just beyond the human understanding. I believe many of you understand where we're getting. I mean, it's just, yes, it's like the characters are taking off their masks, you can say, in your reality, and more of it's seen. Yeah, it can be a little bit heavy to handle that. And think about that worldwide. So basically, the idea is healing your space around you first, which is difficult. If you start to realize, like, wow, I mean, a relationship can be there to shut you down. Like a love relationship could be, if it's not family, it could be someone, a friend, becoming or a boss, it could be anything like that. There to deter you and shut you down. A coworker, and so on. So, not to say they're enemies of you, not to look at it that way. If you look at it that way, I could get anywhere. But it is there to shut you down, though, or to distract you, to cause you difficulties when you start to understand more of what it is. When you start to understand more of what that is, you become that. If you start to see it, it shows that the veil here starts to lift slowly, but it's on its way. Doesn't mean it's going to lift completely, but you never know. With your own energy, it can. So, yeah, they can only hide themselves so long. So they can only do so much negativity towards you. And when when you pass the test, they can only do so much. So they refuse to give in to their negativity and keep going to yourself and want to assist humanity. Yes, it gets stronger. The world starts to change. So the Department of Energy, yes, is not here to help humanity. It is quite the opposite. It's there to shut it down. But it can also be used for the positive also. That everything can be turned around. It's there to basically lock it down instead of opening it up. So, as many of you know, you look at the power power lines, that doesn't look very positive because it's not. You're working within your realm. Yes, it's like a prison present, basically. It does cause a lot of energy. Yes, you call your chemtrails that cause difficulties, but also the power lines do it too. So it does set off a vibration about it. I mean, welcome to the third dimension. It is to keep third dimension here for now. Now, electric cars, yes, can be more positive, but it is a step in the right direction. But obviously, you can go further than that. But it is a step. It's one step, but there's many more steps you can take. So, well, if your power grid completely transforms into more of a less nuclear, more positive vibration, things can really change. It will. You can terraform the Earth also, places where there are nuclear waste. You can heal that. Obviously not. Even with the modern technologies, there are ways of doing that. Also, just not made available. That's all. So, yeah, the idea is to just keep your mind clear, the best of your ability, of course. Blessings. Greetings. Your foreign affairs. This is the State Department, or your. Yes, there is a reptilian presence there. Of course. To keep humans fighting among each other, you have to have a department of aggravation. To aggravate each other, to spy on each other, to sort of be friends. Every country is like an alien reality, as some of you know. You go to another country, doesn't it feel alien, like you're on another world, correct? Well, some beings say, why is China here? Why is Italy here? Some beings here don't want them here. But they're here. We have to make the best of it and get along with each other, sort of, because there are worlds where it does look like China, it does look like Italy, it does look like Greece, on and on. Not exactly, but I think you have the idea. So there are some beings here that have seen these guys before, and not everybody's going to get along. So, yes, so as you go more into your alien awareness, you find aliens have a lot of problems with each other. At least the ones that are here. Well, they're trying to own everything, as you can see. They're trying to have ownership of society. Not to say Italy's trying. Well, Italy does in some on a religious direction, yes. So everybody wants to rule the world, basically, as you have not noticed. Just in case you haven't noticed, that's what they're doing. In case you've just been, living on another planet, that's what they've been doing. So yeah, your elitists, yes, are alien. You can go on and on with that, however you want to look at that. But who can control humanity? It's like a game, you can say, but to them, that gives them purpose in life. You give them purpose in life. Obviously, many of you going against their ways, obviously, they're not too keen on that. There was their, it was elites was confidence in themselves, even if they have all the power in the world. They can be like a triple billionaire and still feel lonely inside when you go against their ways, especially you hurt their ego, their powerful ego. I feel like they're invincible. That's not exactly true because they know that all the things that they build can easily go away. So decisions also, they're trying to make the perfect decision. When decisions are made, that luxury life they live might go away also. So even some of your elites, not all, do live on a day-to-day basis of hopefully I get to keep my fancy lifestyle. So many are wine. It's like when you join the elite, you're given everything. You know, villas, wealth, um, and so on. Basically to buy you, basically. And then if you don't do it, they say to take it all away. And they keep it quiet too. So this is why some people start to look a little strange in the face and act a little bit odd. And yeah, because they sold it. Not everybody's sold out, but quite a few have. Well, we're not going to go into details of that. So a whole country can sell itself out. Not the people, but those that are running it. Happens all the time. Germany has been through that. Germany is a perfect example of how that works. And obviously it's still working. Through the scientists. Scientists are still in charge, you can say. As you can see, through genetic engineering. So it's still happening. So human trafficking energy just keeps the vibration of the earth low. It just shows the peasants how much, or the humans, or peasants, how valuable you really are. Well, it's just that humans are used as guinea pigs, as you might have noticed. The idea is to heal that vibration, of course. Obviously, healing the elites is not an easy thing to do, but it can be done. If you're in for the long game, if you're, yes, your perseverance, if you keep pushing, you'd be surprised how, it might take a while. So many people, their patience have run out and this and that, but if you stay strong, you'd be surprised how far you can get with it. You realize how far up the ladder you can go without slowing out. So your energy is heard. They know you exist. Doesn't mean they're going to invade you or anything like that. But they're only so powerful. They also, those of you that do not sell out and keep your vibration, as you are, you get rewarded for it eventually. It might be difficult to get there. You might feel like you're not going anywhere. But if you know you're doing the right thing, keep doing the right thing. The earth really feels that. The universe feels it. I know it's simple, but it's not easy for many. So that's all we really have at this time. Just without going into too much details of we'll just leave it at that. Take care. All right.